Hope all is well. So look on the screen. Hope you just watched the initial video. So here's part B, the commentary. It's sad. It's very sad. So they're arresting the man in the house for what? Robbery charges? He is obviously, from what they're saying, got some charges. He's violent. And now they've got the special task force out. They knocked on the door, it wouldn't come out. Look who comes out first. A woman with a baby. That is what's sad. So more than likely, and it only came out, the man did, when they sent a dog in there. They're not playing around with you. Only came out when they sent a dog in there and they decided he was hiding up under the bed. So the dog sniffed him out. So imagine what's going on inside the apartment. He been out there doing his thing. And even though she's holding a baby, it's probably his. I'm thinking it might be a couple. The sad thing is, do you think she didn't know what he was doing when he was out and about? Knowing he didn't have a job, their circumstances, coming in with different things, and it makes me think, what was she thinking as he came into the door? Oh, well, he got some for us. What was she thinking? So he's going to go to jail. What's she going to do? We don't know. She might be on the system. But the part that's sad to me is bringing a child through this. So the child gets to walk past, look like a newborn. The baby gets to walk past with me. Get ready for Welcome to Blackistan. Gets to walk past men in guns. Just a baby. But already the trajectory is there. Why? By the mother and the man she chose. Do you think she didn't know he was out there committing crimes? You think she said, hey, you don't have a job or any income. We're not trust the fairy. So where'd you get that money from? You think she didn't know? That's the part that's sad. So far gone. So far desperate. Just so far lose humanity. So what, he out there robbing and doing his thing. I tell you, when they're committing these crimes, they're going home somewhere, and more than likely it's a woman's house. If it ain't mammy, grandmammy, or baby mammy. But to see her walk out of there with a child, that's the part to me that's heartbreaking. And that might be his. Where daddy at? Taken out. Look at this. He's taken out in handcuffs. And he only came out when there he is. Aren't we tired of seeing this? And it's sad because then you see people that look like them that try to build. That's who gets robbed and killed. It's a no-win. You talk about a war in the Ukraine, we got a war in the BC and losing big time. Talk about the war in the Ukraine, we got a whole war right here in America. It's enough for people to work and to survive. And the few that do, you make a little something, here's somebody come along and just take it from you. So my thing is, why take it so long to come out? When you were allegedly robbing these people and committing these crimes, I bet you up on the thing, you was quick with it, huh? Now here they come for you. It's taking you up her hiding. No, come on out. As Neely Fuller said, I'm gonna need you to stand by your work. It's sad. Talk about a war in the Ukraine. No, we have a war here in America where people are trying to survive. And all this, they got some jobs. Man, don't believe the hype. Someone was telling me about it. They've got jobs. I'm like, are you kidding? The jobs don't pay a living wage. And some of these jobs are only part-time hours. It's not easy like the news is reporting. It's easy to say when you're sitting up on Fox with your one-way mind and you got your check with a whole lot of zeros. Easy to say. It's easy to say when you have a lot of money like Kudlow. And I watched the show on Kudlow. All these are the jobs paying a living wage? They're not making the money that Larry Kudlow is making. Heck, I would like a stab at it. So we're at war for people that's trying to survive, keep a roof over their head, gas in their cars. There are things, someone said to me it's going to get to a point where people have to choose either, even if it's worth going to work. And I'm like, well, that's not a choice. It's like, no, because the gasoline. And now you got people saying, hey, can't come into work because of the gas prices. Why? I don't have any money for gas. I went someplace and I calculated. I said, wow, going back and forth. Easily. I would say if I had to guess. About what? Let's just say maybe $30 to go back and forth. Okay? To go to the location and come back. So what if you're working on a job, and what if that gasoline is $30 a day? 30 times 5 is 150. 150 bucks is already coming out your pocket just for the gasoline for that week. Then you're going to work hard for your money, and you got to encounter somebody like this here who probably has a lot of felonies. You can't tell them anything. And in the BC, when you try and bill, you know what happens? You get robbed, boycotted economically, or killed. Take one, which one you want. We'll boycott you economically because you ain't finna get rich off of me. Rob you, or you might get killed. They'll steal you blind. Which one do you want? And then this right here comes along. A working person and the money you made, and you're tired and stressed out. Like I said, I thought about that. Come on out. You didn't have a problem coming out, I'm quite sure, based on those crimes they said you allegedly committed. Hiding up under the bed, really? I mean, just bring your behind on out. You up there hiding up under the bed. Like, they're not going to look there. No, that's that panic setting in. Panic. But this is what happens. I hate to say it. When our people don't listen, we don't want to build. We're afraid somebody's going to have something. So then you are limiting yourself. And then you want some quick money. Then you got a felony. Well, I'm finna act right now. Well, good for you, but guess what? Nobody wants to hire you. Whoop-de-woo. Now you got a clue. But nobody want to hire you. So what you gonna do? And then you got Destina's getting pregnant. Couldn't provide. I mean, this is crazy. If that's his kid, you couldn't provide for a thing besides stealing or committing these crimes they're alleging that he committed. Now what you gonna do? And it's probably on the taxpayers anyway. But I saw that when I saw that woman come out there with a child. That's the part that was heartbreaking. What, daddy? He in jail. Again, you talk about a war in the Ukraine. We have a war right here at home. People that's trying to survive and make it. And the war is worse than the BC. Because you're dealing with self-hatred, don't listen, can't plan anything, can't get the folks to get information and try to build something. It's just too much destruction going back and forth. And look at this on this screen. I'm willing to say he's one of the $50 billion liability buddies. You're just so sick of seeing it. Just so sick of seeing it. Going from chains to handcuffs. In the black community, that's what's up. And I'm out.